Good afternoon to media members, the president of the Pembroke Hamilton Club, and my colleagues at Bermuda Healthcare Services. I'm here today in my capacity as the medical director of Bermuda Healthcare Services, and on behalf of Dr. Brown, founder and executive chairman, we welcome you to witness the renewal of our sponsorship of the Pembroke Hamilton Club's football program for the 2021-22 season. Today we enter our 12th year of collaboration with Pembroke Hamilton Club. Bermuda Healthcare Services believes in strengthening the community by supporting well-structured programs that are designed to guide and develop our young people to meet their fullest potential. Even in the midst of this pandemic, we at Bermuda Healthcare Services are delighted to continue our long-standing relationship with the Pembroke Hamilton Club. On behalf of the entire team of PHCS, I'll now present the president of PHC, Mr. Michael Trott, a check for $10,000 and wish them success in the 2021-22 season. In closing, I also want to say, vaccines are safe, they save lives, and they are our way out of this pandemic. Thank you. Michael?
Thank you. Okay, on behalf of the PHC executive and its members, we want to thank the Bermuda Healthcare Services for their 12 years of support for our programs, and we will look forward to maintaining this relationship in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Correct, Mr. President. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about the season getting underway over the weekend. How is the program actually revolving around preparing the senior side? Because obviously, there's a lot of talk about senior players not willing or not wanting to get vaccinated, not wanting to get tested. So how is PHC adapting to what's happening in the community now?
Well, we're adapting as everyone else. Our program is what it is. We have a historic, long-serving program in the community. So we follow the government guidelines, and we adhere to it because we just can't afford to not to. Most of the players are vaccinated, but some aren't, which we have put in place to make sure that we take care of them when it's time to play. So, and we're going to adhere to the Bermuda Football Association's guidelines also once they do their mandatory testing on the game days. So once those things put in place for Sunday coming, we should be okay.
Now, it's almost a whole year since we last had a competitive local domestic football game. How frustrating is it for you as a club and your teams to be out this long and still unnerved?
Yeah, but very frustrating. But again, it's not much we can do. We'll abide by the guidelines that are set out by the government. We'll make sure that we maintain our policies and procedures that's incoherent with the government, and just go forward. Yes, is it frustrating? Very frustrating. Because we haven't, for the kids, I think it's more frustrating for the youth and children's program because they haven't kicked the ball in, I want to say, close to a year. So hopefully by the end of this week, we should have more clarity and we should have the youth and children's program back up and running.
My last question. What can fans expect at Stadium Lane game days? What are the rules and regulations for the PHC?
Well, again, we're still being in adapting to the rules and regulations that are coming out of the government via the BFA. So right now, I think they're going to be on 4B, which is the guidelines, which is no fans at this time, and then hopefully by November, depending on our friends, our fellow citizens, depending on how they do with the COVID testing and the COVID response, we'll see whether by the end of November, maybe we'll see whether they'll get fans adhere to into the stadium. But right now, we're just adhering to the policies.
How will this impact the community?
Regarding for us, right now, we're just making sure we take care of our community, which is our youth program, our children's program. When it comes to the testing phase of it, right now, because of the schools have mandatory testing, so that gives us a little easy, I wouldn't say a break, but it eases us up with regards to the financial cost of it. What we're going to try to do is, because our bulk of our community or our kids are public school based, so we'll just, once these schools have done their mandatory testing, once they come to training, then we'll just make sure that they're adhering to those rules, and then we'll just go from there.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was it. It's a fourth one. Dr. Reddy, can you give us a medical idea of how important physical health and this pandemic can actually work side by side? Because right now, a lot of us are being told sports is got to take a break because of the close contact. But we, hearing it from the government, this is our opportunity to hear from someone in the medical field about the significance of sports and working through this pandemic.
This is a once in a lifetime event, a pandemic. So we follow, the government guidelines, when it comes to keeping everyone safe. And vaccines, for the last century have kept us safe. We have to do everything possible to make sure that all of our population is vaccinated. All the world is vaccinated. I mean, this is how we create mutants, when we're not vaccinated. So, not everyone, is in a position to get vaccinated, but talk to your doctor, get vaccinated, so that way we can get back to sports and get back to our normal activities.